Hi, I am here with the wonderful Dale Olsen, who is gorgeous, a very good friend, and really stocks the best milliners in the world. Can you tell me just how fabulous you are, Dale?
Well, I don't know, I'll tell you that I'm fabulous, but I do own the Hatbox in the Brisbane Arcade, and the Hatbox is different, I think, from every other millinery outlet in Australia, in that I only sell original, exclusive, one-off hats from a variety of milliners. In other words, other hat shops in Australia, they are either one milliner selling his or her own hats in their own establishment, or it's a hat shop that sells manufactured, factory-made hats, you know, usually made in China. But I've got, I think, 15 milliners from really the best milliners in Australia, and they all make beautiful, exclusive handmade hats for me, and I'm delighted to have them all. They're just wonderful.
They are, they're gorgeous, and we were speaking to the beautiful Meredith McMaster, who did do this masterpiece for me, and you will have this in your shop because I've had a couple of ladies ask me about this already.
Wonderful. Well, Meredith is one of my stars. I mean, she's a Brisbane milliner. She's very well trained. She's done lots of classes and courses from the best milliners in the world. And like my other Brisbane milliners, they're just making beautiful, beautiful hats. And I must admit, at a fraction of the overseas milliners.
I know. And really, when you think about it, racing fashion, because we started Fashions on the Field here in Australia, we do have some of the finest milliners in the world right here in Australia.
Oh, I agree. I couldn't agree more. You can buy a hat from a top overseas milliner. It's going to cost you thousands of dollars. And my Brisbane milliners are making that at a fraction of the price, and the quality is there. They make their own flowers, handmade silk flowers. They cut out every little petal. They're stiffened, they're curled on a special millinery tool. There's a great deal of work involved in it, and they love their work, and I love selling their product.
It is a fun job. It is. When I first walked into Dale's shop, it was a little bit like Disneyland for me, and I said to my husband, "Do you get it yet?" He goes, "No."
Oh, men don't.
No, they don't get it. Some men do. We do have some fantastic male milliners, don't we?
Yes, we do, yes.
Yes. And you help people with the styling as well. For Fashions on the Field, how much have you done? And really, you've won a lot, haven't you?
We have won a lot. All a client has to say to me is, "I want to win the Fashions in the Field." And so many beautiful young girls have said that to me, and I said, well, you've come to the right girl.
Yes.
I help them from top to toe. I don't just sell them a hat, we make the hat.
But you love it, don't you?
I love it. I just love Fashions in the Field. I'm an old Fashions in the Field winner myself from many years ago, more years than I'd care to name.
Yes.
But I love Fashions in the Field, and actually I'm part of a 3 generations of Fashions in the Field winner. My daughter has one, and even my grandson won the Kiddies Fashions in the Field.
You're not a grandmother.
Yes, and
You're
my
not
6-year-old grandson won the Fashions in the Field too. So there's and we all love it.
And the Fashions on the Field is really about frocking up, looking fabulous, wearing a fantastic hat, and feeling great about yourself. And you really encourage that with the girls that come into the store.
I do.
And as soon as they put on a hat, Dale tells me it transforms them.
Well, it is. You know, a hat is a piece de resistance of an outfit. As Stephen Jones, the famous London milliner, says, it's the cherry on top of the cake.
I love Stephen Jones.
I love Stephen Jones.
Everyone knows this, but I've got to add, for the people that don't know, Stephen Jones does the millinery for Dior, doesn't he?
He does. He does the hats for John Galliano, and his hats this season for Dior are just divine.
Okay, and I'm going to say I am going to try one on shortly, and I daren't break it because this is a work of art. It's just so gorgeous. So do you mind doing the honours, and I'm sorry, Meredith, I'm going to take off your birdies and try on the Stephen Jones.
It's simple but elegant.
Yeah, I can't see myself, but
She looks divine.
I must look fabulous. If I'm wearing Stephen Jones, I must look fabulous.
It's a beautiful piece, and it is the most expensive piece in the shop.
Ooh. Don't worry, honey, I'm not going to break it. Dale's touching it, okay? Now, also, talking about those hats in China, we see them on people, and it's okay. If you're starting out, it's very good in Fashions on the Field because they are a cheaper option. But when you get serious about your Fashions on the Field and knowing about your racing fashion, it is the couture sort of look that we're looking for, isn't it?
Well, it certainly is. You certainly can tell the difference between a hat made in China, mass-produced, or one that's been handmade by a milliner. It's the extra little touches. They're all beautifully made by hand. The flowers are handmade. The feathers are sourced from all over the world. Sometimes I go to the races and I see these beautiful young girls with these dreadful looking cheap cinema hats, and I think you would look so much better. And it doesn't cost that much more to buy a handmade hat.
Now, I went to visit Dale's shop, and whether it's Melbourne, Sydney or Brisbane, has these gorgeous little arcades that are really quite romantic, and they have the little coffee lounges or tea lounges. And where are you situated?
I'm upstairs in the Brisbane Arcade, up on the gallery level, next to the Room with Roses cafe, and it's very beautiful up there. And a lot of ladies have lunch at the Room with Roses, and then I'm very lucky because I'm right next door, and they come in and visit me after lunch. And it's a very pretty place to be, the Brisbane Arcade. It's heritage listed, and it's owned by the Queensland University as a trust for the Main family.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Dale.
Thank you, Anna,
And
darling.
what's your website? We must get your website, and there's a Chatterbox page too. We love to
yes.
keep up with the Chatterbox.
My gossip page.
Yes.
Yes, the website's www.thehatbox.com.au, and if you want to see what all the ladies are wearing, just click on to Chatterbox.
And you do deliver around Australia.
I'll deliver, yes.
Yes. So just give Dale a call or have a look on her website. I'm sure there's so much choice there for you. So thank you so much, Dale, for having a chat and all those handy hints
Anna.
for fashions on the field.
Thank you.
And I better take this off now. I don't want to ruin it.
Okay.